Welcome everyone. What's Left podcast, John with Jake and Brad. We are the punk rock garage band podcast on the Derealization Nation Media Network here in the northeastern hemisphere, the Antifa headquarters, uh, basement of your mom's house. We are coming at you on a Tuesday night after Trump's disastrous UN appearance. Just I hate to call it unhinged because I don't think the man's ever had a hinge to hinge upon, but this was just something different. We got to get some subscribers, got to get some likes. Please push us into the algorithm. Please and thank you. Thank you for everyone who's been watching, liking, sharing, commenting. We love you guys. You're really making this thing happen, and that's awesome. We are completely independent media. We take no money from nobody, and so we need your guys' support to keep it going, and we appreciate it. All right. Let's start with let's go back in time if we can, shall we? Just let's go back to the Tylenol and the autism thing. So, big announcement, right? Autism announcement. We've been waiting for it. It's September. September's almost over. RFK told us he was curing it. And well, uh guys, the results was that we're gonna blame Tylenol for autism. Uh Did any of you see Tylenol coming, or is that as much a surprise to you as everybody else?
I I know they're like out to get big pharma allegedly, even though they're all paid by them.
Right.
But uh, I really didn't think it'd be Tylenol.
No, I didn't have Tylenol. Jake, Tylenol?
No,
No,
because it's so stupid. Like, why would I ever think they'd pull that one out?
especially after all the talk about vaccines. But don't worry, they got to vaccines too. Let's
And
hear
by the
them do
way,
it.
I think I can say that there are certain groups of people that don't take vaccines and don't take any pills that have no autism. That have no autism. Does that tell you something? That's currently, is that a correct statement, by the way?
Oh my God.
There are some studies that suggest that, yeah, with the Amish, for example.
The Amish, yeah, virtually. I heard none. See,
Are you
Bobby
talking
wants to
with
be
Stephen
very
Hawking?
careful with what he says, and he should, but I'm not so careful with what I say.
No, you're not.
He's not
And
quite
think
so careful.
is this is like their stupid scheme to defund more child programs that actually benefit these children. It
Yeah.
is cruel and disgusting. Tylenol does not cause autism. People have been taking it for years. There's been no studies that show any direct causation by taking Tylenol
No, none.
whatsoever. You know what does help kids with autism is the programs that some insurances will pay for, but not always. So maybe helping these families out would be the correct thing to do, the Christian thing to do. But I think Christian values are a little bit skewed these days.
Yeah. There's like for sure, to say the fucking least. Uh, so there's a couple of things about this. First of all, on the Amish, the thing about not taking any statistics on something, like this is Trump through and through. We know he hit this from COVID, and he said, if we just stop testing, there'll be no COVID. And the Amish, they don't test for COVID, but anybody who's ever bought a piece of Amish furniture might might believe that there are a few autistic Amish people. This stuff is like meticulously crafted.
Yeah, you mean those guys that'll build a house in 2 weeks?
Right. With laser focus.
Yeah,
Yeah, those ones. Yeah. So the fact that he came though and is just like he's basically just doing this on like this is how he feels about Tylenol, so this is just what it is. Like he's like, I think Tylenol might cause autism. I've heard that, you know, I've seen a good post was like, 70% of people who have cancer eat pickles. That doesn't mean that like, cancer is caused by pickles, you know?
yes. If somebody gets into a car accident and they had cereal for breakfast, that doesn't necessarily mean just because 85% of people in car accidents had cereal for breakfast that cereal is the cause of the fucking car accident.
Right. Jupiter used to have four moons, now it has 95.
Yeah, or Or
or telescopes.
yeah, Jupiter's always had 95 moons, and we're just fucking stupid.
Yes. Yeah,
But
it's
he has to blame Tylenol because he almost grayed out trying to say acetaminophen.
dude, how do you not? I mean, how was he unprepared, or is this just all the sundown? Because he is sundowning. Like, we don't talk enough about that on this show. Like, this man is not healthy. There is something physically,
Look what
uh,
they're telling other people to do, and you think that he's going to be healthy. These people swim in river water and not take any vaccines and then eat radioactive shrimp.
yeah, right. Oh my God, I forgot about the radioactive shrimp. They got
All
there. I think there's more reasons behind the whole Tylenol thing, but before we do, let's hear him. Let's hear him struggle with the English language one more time.
Effective immediately, the FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of well, let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen. Acetaminophen. Is that okay? Which is
No.
basically commonly known as Tylenol during pregnancy, can be associated with a very increased risk of autism. So taking Tylenol is
Yeah, that's I mean that's as far as I'm gonna let that go.
all I'm
That's
saying is that when I was in school and we would like read aloud and you knew what part of the book you were going to read, I would read ahead to make sure I knew what I was going to be reading. And we
mhm.
let the president of the United States get up there and not know how to say acetaminophen, bro. You didn't read it beforehand, like didn't even give it a once over. Like, hey, person that is paid to assist me, what is that word?
Yeah. That's I want to be real. Like, it is a difficult word to pronounce, right? So but if it is your job and only job to speak, and also you are about to make a giant, a sweeping claim about the medical efficacy of a drug that you can't pronounce, then it is possible that you may be unqualified to make that pronouncement.
Yeah, he went up there to tell all of America that acetaminophen is bad and couldn't tell us what the word was, bro.
It was like oh my God, what was that old show? I Love Lucy, Nick and Knight. She did the Vitamita Vegemin. But she had at least she was fucking hammered. You know what I mean? She was drunk. She was drinking corn liquor. This guy has no excuse except for the fact that he is just a fucking raging moron. Like that's
Um, can I give you a little autism truth? I don't know if this is, but this is like I've worked with kids with autism.
Mhm.
Women have no like the pregnancy has nothing to do with autism. This is something that the husband has in the genes.
Yes.
So none of this will cause any of that. This is predetermined by the man's genetic makeup.
Hmm. Now, I have a question about the old balls theory. Is there is there any possible correlation between older dads and autism?
I don't know if that one is true, but like if say like at like the place I worked, there was this dad who had a kid with this one woman and then another one, and they both had autism.
Hmm.
So that's concrete proof right there.
Well, I
I don't
mean,
know if we want proof or not.
once is not
Once.
once
But
isn't
like this
proof,
is
but
like where it comes from. Like it's
right.
not like something that just gets like laser beamed into this woman's stomach while she's pregnant. Like this is like you're predetermined, like you know Punnett squares.
Yeah,
It's already decided.
right.
And if you want to do the religion one, Jesus already chose. So this is
I
what he saddled you with.
who are we to question God?
Right.
Okay, this is interesting, and I want to make sure we talk about this.
Here's a question. Why did the Trump administration say that Tylenol was causing autism and not acetaminophen? The active ingredient in Tylenol, the generic Tylenol. That was kind of weird. It was very intentional. I'll tell you why. Because Tylenol is owned by a company called Kenvue, which was a spin-off of Johnson & Johnson in 2023. Kenvue is trying to focus on health and beauty products. So they own things like Tylenol, Benadryl, but also like Aveeno, the lotion, different acne brands, etc. There was also a company created in 2023 called iHerb, which Dr. Oz, who works in the Trump administration and played a key role in all of this, he owns at least $25 million worth of iHerb. He's also an advisor for that company. You know what iHerb focuses on? Health and beauty products, things like acne stuff, lotions, different medicine. So there's no evidence of any of what they said today. People are just getting rich because our government is more corrupt than ever. And furthermore, they said, here's our solution to people suffering with autism symptoms. Folinic acid. You know who sells folinic acid? iHerb.
Yeah, like fans of the show will recall that a long time ago, we were talking about Joe Rogan, big supplement being as becoming as big as Big Pharma and getting skin in the game with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. We talked about it shortly after the election, haven't talked about it since. Now you have two of the biggest supplement hustlers standing behind the President of the United States, uh, selling folic acid as a cure for autism. Uh, like Dr. Oz was there, RFK was there. And furthermore, uh, that stock, whatever it's called, Kenvue or whatever, Canovo, whatever that company is, tanked. So anybody who was privy to this announcement, which, as I established before the show, almost no one that I know saw coming, only people with insider trading information would know, would have made crazy money shorting that stock, and it would be in a normal world, an investigation would be immediate into who shorted that stock before this announcement, but unlikely to happen in this decade. So, you find that interesting?
I mean, they're just playing right in our fucking faces again. Surprise, surprise. Like, oh, Trump appointed somebody who's completely underqualified for his position, and now he's making a profit off of being in that position. Got it. Sounds right on fucking brand. Trump's doubled his net worth since being in office this time around.
About $1 billion a month so far, and we have all kinds of new corruption to talk about, but that's not for today. Today, we're going to focus on just how fucking blazingly stupid our president is. And you know, I'm not cushioning it this episode. I'm not going to pretend that he's even a good golfer. He's a horrible golfer. Uh this is fun. So Ryan Ruth is the guy who was hiding in the bushes at Mar-a-Lago who tried to shoot Donald Trump. You guys both remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So his trial ended today. He represented himself. This guy, this guy is bananas. And the reason you know he's actually bananas is because he didn't even try the insanity defense. So like he acted this way and then didn't call for a insanity plea. And I'll just give you an idea by telling you how it ended. It ended with him suggesting that he have a putt off with Donald Trump surrounded by a bunch of female strippers for the death penalty. And the loser would have to stand in front of firing squad. Which, I mean, I've seen the man putt. That man knew he was going to live. That
Dude,
man had no.
he makes us look so bad.
Isn't that amazing?
Ugh.
When they plea insanity, it's like a very small chance. So I don't see that. Like it's very, very small.
He might get it because he's either actually insane or
Maybe
smart.
that's why he did it. He's like, no, I'm not crazy, and then said all this stuff. So like, like, they're like, oh, maybe he is. He doesn't know it, but
Yeah.
He like, yeah, he like messaged his kids. He went in a federal courtroom and represented himself.
right.
That was crazy.
That was insane.
One of the best things he did was is he did it to Eileen Cannon, who's the Trump judge who obfuscated for him to prevent a lot of the cases from coming to trial before the election. So I hope that I hope she had a bad time. I know she did because I heard some of the I heard some of the court reports, and I'm fucking happy for her. All right, but just in case you were worried that they forgot about their boogeyman vaccines, Trump had something to say about it, and I hate playing this much Trump, and I don't want to play this many clips. But this one is just, I don't know. This it's too good. I gotta play it.
Break up your visits to the doctors. Break them up. Do it in 5 if you can. Now, it's inconvenient. It's inconvenient. Oh, you got to have to go back another year later. You're going to go back each year for 4 years, 5 years, 3 years. Just break it up. Break it up because it's too much liquid. Too many different things are going into that baby at too big a number. The size of this thing, when you look at it, it's like 80 different vaccines and beyond vaccines, and 80. Then you give that to a little kid.
Okay, so this is Trump.
It's too much.
And beyond vaccines. And beyond vaccines.
I have heard that like 12 times, and I find that so fucking funny. It's too much liquid for that baby, guys. That's too much liquid. What is think's gonna happen?
We could all agree he's not smart, right? Like even his people agree that like we didn't vote for him because he's a bookworm.
They have to. Like, you have to. If you had a child, like, you have to know that this man is so stupid.
If there was any justice in the world, there would be a whole Hague, and all of those people would be tried for just allowing someone this stupid to be in charge for so long and not doing anything about it.
No,
If you
he'd be great afterwards.
if you AI'd an Obama speech in the voice of Trump, they would all know, right? They would
I
all
don't
know.
know. I
They'd be
don't
like,
know.
"There's no way this is him."
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they know. I don't. I that's so scary because like okay, so like he's in the UN, right? And he's talking about well, he's talking about a lot of things. One of the things, of course, is the Nobel Peace Prize thing. He keeps talking about this Nobel Peace Prize things. Uh and he says everybody says I deserve the Nobel Peace Prize. And he says that kind of shit a lot. And like if you think about just how insulated he was, like how scared was he of the Code Pink women when they came up to him in that restaurant and were chanting? Like he really, really doesn't know, I think, that people fucking despise him or that he's wrong about anything because people hype him all they don't do anything but hype him up all the time, no matter how stupid it is now. And so we're just like, instead of like getting the edited version through the chief of staff, we're getting the full stupid, just the full faced, full fledged stupid. And I'll be honest, guys, like I don't want that. I don't want that at all. It's too much stupid. It's too much liquid for that baby. It's too much by number. It's too big a number.
It's just insane that this guy represents our country. Like he is the figurehead of our country, guys. What did we do?
Jake,
Outside of every policy, even if he only just spoke, it'd be an embarrassment to our country.
yeah, Jake, give us number two. I was gonna save it for later in the UN stuff. Give us number two because this is like, and because this man, he thinks that he is like respected on the world stage.
I don't have access.
Oh, my bad.
Unreal. But he remembered to record, so we're doing good.
Yeah, let's one thing at a time. You know what?
Okay.
We don't
Can
have
I
really.
ask, like, is impeachment like not even brought up anymore?
No.
No, no, we just don't talk about it.
I was just curious. I don't know like a lot of that stuff. I was just
Oh.
wondering, like, that's even on the radar anymore. Like, does
Jake-
anyone even say it?
No, because our leaders are fucking pussies. They're just fucking pussies. Like that's all there is to it. We have the two worst leaders in the fucking Democratic Party history.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I guess we used to be the Klan members, but since let's go with since the 70s, we have the two worst. Oh no, there's still a lot of Klan members back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah.
Okay. We have the worst possible people for the moment, looking at our current bench. They are
That's true.
fucking terrible. They're out here begging Donald Trump for a fucking meeting. when he told them straight up he wasn't going to meet. And now they think they look cool, and they think like because they are going by some old school stupid ass playbook where they're like, oh well, we won't get blamed for the shutdown. Do you know who cares about government shutdowns? People who work for the government and podcast nerds like me. Nobody else is paying attention to that. Little old ladies who watch CNN maybe know about it, but people who work day to day do not care about any of that shit. But if every time that the Republicans shut down the government last during Biden's term, it was never a loss for them. It was a win because they got the message, whatever the fuck they were bitching about, no matter how fucking stupid it was. They could have just said, we're not working with you, period, until we repeal this entire fucking big, beautiful fucking bozo ass bill. Like no tax cuts for billionaires, no nothing. You get nothing. You get none of our votes for anything until you fucking change, until you reverse course entirely. And then sat on your fucking hands and did nothing. That's what you should have done because what you ended up with is the same amount of nothing, except you got fucking bitch slapped in public and sent back to the fucking corner to be a cuck by the world's stupidest man. Jake, put up number two.
Number two.
Yeah.
Okay.
The world's fucking. This is a foreign senior diplomat posted at the UN text. Posted at the UN text me. This man is stark raving mad. Do Americans not see how embarrassing this is?
Unfortunately, some of us do.
Some of us have to, and that just makes Schumer and Jeffries that much worse because it is clearly an embarrassment, and they would rather work with them than fucking endorse Zoran or fucking fight back or do anything. They just want to go back to being buddies with each other and jerking each other off in the steam room or whatever the fuck Chuck Schumer's talking about. Whatever they do with each other. I don't it just not
Shut
get
down
anything done.
Grindr again in all their rallies. Come on.
Bro, Charlie Kirk's funeral kept the streak going. Go
They
fucking
can't
figure.
handle themselves.
It's a lot of rocks. A lot of rocks to be stoning people at that funeral. A lot of rocks. Unbelievable. And nobody cares that you're gay is that you like, but like don't be a hypocrite about it. Like that's what the fucking problem. That's wherein lies the problem.
Mm.
You know, it's when you fucking act like holier than thou, and then call everybody else a demon for doing what you do and fucking on the down low. All right, so Trump walks into the UN meeting, and somebody stops the escalator on him, which was hilarious. As soon as he and Melania hit the escalator, it stopped. And that fucking pissed him all the way off. He talked about it in his speech, and then Caroline Levitt posted on it on Truth later too. This is like he's so fucking upset. And then as soon as he started his speech, the teleprompter shit out as well, supposedly. And he had to, wing it. He had to read off his paper, which is written in all caps, by the way. I got a picture of that. So yeah, he started off angry and he stayed angry. Let me see what clips I want to share here because I'm getting real tired of hearing this fucking voice. I'll be quite frank with you. I really underestimated how hard it was going to be to get through this fucking episode listening to this man. So much stupid to endure. Oh, we got to talk about that one. All right. Well, I'm going to just say, okay. So he came out and he starts off by griping that a certain real estate agent developer known as Donald J. Trump back in whatever the fuck, millennia they built the UN in, building in New York City, bid for the job for $500 million. He was going to give them marble and they got terrazzo. He was going to give them uh, mahogany walls and they got plastic, according to him. And his bid was cheaper and they spent more money and they got less and yada, yada, yada. I don't see, there are no visible plastic walls that I can see in the UN. But guys, like to start off with personal grievances, like it's just not normal. And it's fucking it's bitchy. Like, is that the word I'm looking for? Like, what's the word for this? Like, it is small and petty.
It's a redemption tour, dude. This is 47, the redemption tour.
I will get you.
That's it. That's all it is.
Do you think that he like really accidentally sent a text message that was meant for Pam Bondi like that? So for people who don't know, Donald Trump uh posted on True Social a screed addressed to Pam Bondi, essentially saying that he was pissed that they weren't finding any crimes against any of his opponents and it was making them look bad and ruining their reputation. And that's why they had to fire the guy that he just appointed, uh, and had to find somebody new who was willing to play ball and make up charges. Um, and it got deleted, and people are speculating that it was meant to be a direct message and it got posted instead. But it's had the exact same parlance as he called him Adam Shifty Shift. Like he did the whole thing like it was a post. Do you think that he texts and signed it Donald J. Trump, DJT, President of the United States? Like, do you really think that if you get a text message from Donald Trump that it reads like one of his true social posts? Do you think he signs every text message DJT?
For the plot, I hope so.
Hell yeah. I mean, can you imagine how much fun, whatever other sentient being is out there in the universe, just they must just be loving the show, you know? This has got to be hilarious from a distance. I mean, Europe's laughing at us for sure, but they're also like scared to death, fucking period, because Russia's bowling into their country with drones and airplanes now. But yeah, it's if it wasn't actual real life, it would be fucking hilarious. So yeah, the man's just sundowning in front of us, and I'm just gonna play the general basis of his UN speech. Oh, I do have that part too. Ugh, gross. It's too much liquid for these babies, dude. I can't. So there's more evidence that he thinks he's doing a really knock-up job, and nobody tells him otherwise. Look at how bad he looks. Jesus Christ. He looks like rotten garbage. How much fucking makeup, and he's so goddamn shiny still. Like, how is I mean, I guess how do you not sweat with that much makeup on too? Just looks awful.
Geriatrics should not be running our country.
God, no. Dude, he's not even a boomer. He's whatever's before that. Whatever the fuck's before that, but not like not old enough to be
I
any
believe the colonizers.
That's why he loves Manifest Destiny so much. It reminds him of his childhood. It's nostalgia. All right, let's hear. God damn it. I think this is the last one I can do. I can't do no
Your
more.
countries are being ruined. The United Nations is funding an assault on Western countries and their borders. In 2024, the UN budgeted $372 million in cash assistance to support an estimated 624,000 migrants journeying into the United States. Think of that. The UN is supporting people that are illegally coming into the United States, and then we have to get them out. We have reasserted that America belongs to the American people, and I encourage all countries to take their own stand in defense of their citizens as well. Proud nations must be allowed to protect their communities and prevent their societies from being overwhelmed by people they have never seen before with different customs, religions, with different everything. Where migrants have violated laws, lodged false asylum claims, or claimed refugee status for illegitimate reasons, they should, in many cases, be immediately sent home. It's time to end the failed experiment of open borders. You have to end it now. See, I can tell you, I'm really good at this stuff. Your countries are going to hell.
Somebody please. Somebody please. I need a fucking second. This man.
That's they don't
You know what's crazy is condemning other countries to hell when they don't even believe in hell. Most of us. Not everyone's Christian in other countries. That's crazy.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Fucking moron, though. He's a moron. I mean, I have to remind you that he had the like that president of Africa of the African country starts with an L whose name I can't pronounce. But they spoke English, and he was like, "Where did you learn English?" It's like in my country.
Yeah, where it's our primary language. Thank you.
Yeah.
I understand that I'm not Caucasian, but I do speak fluent English.
Bro, he literally says it. He says different religions, different
Customs.
everything.
Yep.
Wink. I mean, it's so fucking blatant because, who's not included in the UN? You know what I mean? Think about that. Like who's not sitting there, you know?
Could you imagine if we had to eat quesadillas made by a white guy named Steve?
God, it's what we call Taco Bell, but that would be without the preparation, the pre-prep, you know?
Like, I don't understand how I was taught that we were a melting pot growing up.
Yeah.
That was like
The
preached to us.
terms that you highlight in your history class.
It is, yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
Even
There's a mixing bowl and a melting pot.
yeah,
That's what we were told.
that's right.
And we are a melting pot because we embrace all cultures.
Hmm.
And now
Yeah.
they're like, just fucking kidding, bro. Stop embracing those cultures.
Yeah. Only a little bit of culture. God, like I said a little bit of salt. I didn't say anything about pepper.
Yeah.
None of that. We just no seasoning for these people. And not the man, like the man is a fucking son of immigrants, kids are immigrants, or kids are children of immigrants. Like he's such a goddamn hypocrite. All he means is not white. That's all he means. It means nothing else. That's what he means. They don't give a fuck about anything else. They they and I mean this literally, blew the front door off a house in Chicago, like exploded it for a video. The person inside was a U.S. citizen, and had to be released, but they have him face down detained in front of that blown up door. It was for a video, wherein the White House played the Pokemon theme song, to cuts of migrants with their faces blurred being led away in shackles and handcuffs. And then at the end of the video, played a list of people who was allegedly in that video whose faces were no longer blurred. Amazing, right? Like no longer blurred, and had rapist, child trafficker, murderer underneath the picture, and just went by really fast. So still no way to verify that any of those people were those people in the video. Why would you blur their faces and then show their faces, if you had those people? So clearly they think we're stupid, but also they're just sick fucks, uh, for literally just blowing an American citizen's door off to make a Pokemon, to liken human beings to Pokemon.
Imagine claiming some moral superiority in regards to the Charlie Kirk thing and then loving a status from the White House of them playing Pokemon with
Right.
human lives.
20 minutes later.
It's insane to me.
Did you also hear the story where they held his daughter captive outside the house until he came out?
5-year-old
5 years old, held her captive.
until he came out. Yeah. They shot and killed a man. That happened. Uh, it the people that were in Alligator Alcatraz, most of them are missing. No idea where they are.
Obviously.
Yeah. And I swear to God, if even one of them got eaten by an alligator, this country should do no less than revolution. Nothing less.
We should have revolution a long time ago, brother.
Yeah, we should have, but it's like I got work tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah, I can't be
Mm,
homeless.
right. What if nobody else shows up and then I'm fucking homeless? This is where like union leaders really need to step up. But I don't want to say all union leaders because some have done well. But here you got the Ohio Teamsters endorsing Vivek Ramaswamy for governor. Are you out of your fucking goddamn mind? There is not since the Trump administration has been elected, there has been no National Labor Relations Board. There has been an inability for unions to bring grievances in front of the government since it was, and then you're going to double down on that as a fucking union? That is irresponsible and stupid. It's not all of them. We do have the president of the SEIU out there getting fucking arrested, you know, and that's where we should be. But like people with non-union jobs have less flexibility to strike. And I see all these things for general strike, and I think that's fine and good, but I think that like the unions have to solidify it first. It has to be if they want people to follow them out the door. This is something that has to come from national labor leaders. And if one of them happens to fucking click on this or hear it somehow, for God's sakes, please, for the love of God, tell your friends to get together. And in order for a general strike to happen, it has to start with all the unions guaranteeing solidarity on a certain day. And that will move confidence in people without union protections to be able to move out there with you. But until you, as a union with certain protections, take that first step, there will be no general strike. So please quit asking me with no protections, who just got out of fucking prison, who makes just enough to pay rent and eat pretty good and, enjoy himself a little bit, uh, about a general strike if I don't even know if you're going to show up. I don't know that you're not going to go endorse Vivek Ramaswamy instead. Like, we have to have, if we want solidarity, we have got to get a cohesive game plan together as labor leaders. Like, there has to be better leadership in the leadership of the unions and in the leadership of the Senate and House as well, obviously. But that's just a thought that I've been having. I had to let that out. Just getting all gassy in my fucking chest.
Just, I agree. The unions have to be on the side of the worker.
Yeah.
I mean, we've just done a really bad job of being for the worker. The Democrats have.
Amen. Amen. And it's on us. You know what I mean? We've done a really bad job at demanding, but it's also just the lack of education. Like there's been a war on education, especially if young men have been told, "Oh, you don't need no education, you'll be fine." You go work in the fucking salt mines or whatever, and that's first of all stupid. You need an education no matter what, and then you see where it leads. It leads to fucking people. It leads to the Ohio Teamsters endorsing a fucking fascist adjacent fucking governor in the middle of a fascist takeover of the United States of America.
Vivek Ramaswamy, dude.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Ohio lets me down all the time.
All the time. Bro, if ugh, it's
In case anyone was wondering, he made all his wealth on a Ponzi scheme of the elderly. Just so you all know that. Look it up.
oh yeah. Still waiting for Ron DeSantis to be arrested too. I mean, after scamming $450 million away from FEMA and $11 million away from fucking Medicaid, I feel like there should be some accountability there. And that's just what's happened in the past year. Not to mention anything else we might find.
Right.
But no, please, let's talk more about Letitia James and whether or not she owns two homes. Because that is the crime. That is the main crime that the Trump administration loves to point out is they've any black politician, especially a black woman with two homes, is immediately up to something. And which is so fucked up because most politicians have two homes. They live in Washington, they live and work in Washington, and they live and work in their district. It's the most common thing on the planet. Uh, so yeah, that's I don't know. I was rambling now. I got a lot of gripes. I got a lot of gripes. I'm full of gripes.
I hear you.
Especially if you just have to like reflect on how stupid like all of the news is how stupid this pedophile is. Like how dumb this kid touching moron is. And there was no rapture. God took none of these fucking people away from us. We're still stuck here on Earth with them. I mean,
Or there was a rapture and we lost like 8 people.
if any, yeah, eight's generous. It probably took nobody, and the reality is we are already in hell.
Oh yeah, that's what was supposed to happen.
Yeah, we've got a couple hours left, so maybe last second, maybe he fell asleep, maybe he's a little
He did
hungover.
rest.
He did, he did, for no reason. Like nobody asked, but God rested. So I don't know. I don't know. No rapture, no nothing. Just a moron for a president, and absolute Travis. Jake, one last thing. Put up the number three. Actually, put up number one first. Let's just look at how just so we don't miss any of the. So we already talked about the teleprompter and the escalator, but just the highlighted sentence. The teleprompter was broken and the escalator came to a sudden halt. HAULT as we were ridding up to the podium. RIDDING to the podium. Moron. They put too much fucking liquid in that baby. Jake, three. This one is all right. After getting to know and fully understand the UK, the Ukraine, Russia, and all the economic trouble is causing Russia, I think Ukraine and the European Union is in a position to fight and win all of Ukraine's territory back with time, patience, and financial support. Yada, yada, yada. After getting to know and fully understand. Are you fucking kidding me? Just now, you are getting to know about the war that you promised over and over and over again that you could end because you had seen Vladimir Putin's balls and you were besties and you had a blood pact, you touched tips or something. I don't know what it is. But you were certain that you could end this war and you do everything about it. But it is today, 9 months later, 9 months after your election, fucking an eternity since you started campaigning, you now know and fully understand the Ukraine-Russia war. Now, guys, now he knows.
After he rolled out the red carpet for Putin.
Yep. After that, after they invaded European airspace multiple times, no
Yeah.
mistakes. Unfucking believable. We are so incredibly fucked.
I'm just glad he knows.
Yeah. Yeah. He fully understands now. I know it's hard to like
Thank God.
thank God. 2 weeks now and big changes are coming. I feel less autistic already.
I
What
didn't
are
take the today.
my God. Well, are you pregnant?
I don't know.
I should probably check before you start piling in the SF human in.
Hip hip hop. Hip hop anonymous.
Do you have the video of him getting stuck on an escalator?
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
It's not even stuck. Like you walk up to it, it stops. They put one foot on it, it stops. They definitely did it on purpose. They like look around and they start walking up and try to be dignified about it. It's hilarious. People hate him and he has no idea because the people around him love him.
Or he does and he feeds off of it. You know, like some people love to be hated.
That's true too. No, I just don't I don't think they're telling him any truth at all, Jake. I just don't. I think that yeah, I think that people tell them, no, sir, we because they all do it. Like they get behind it, they start doing it too. And they're like, yeah, no, this is great. You're so smart. So I mean, why would you think otherwise? He's in a room, couple thousand people, everybody's doing the fucking double jerk, you know, the Bukirky
Oh my God, it does look like that.
for sure. What I mean, it looks like that because that's what it is. This is a man. This is a man who fucking deep throated a microphone on the fucking campaign trail, and no one ever spoke of it.
It did happen.
It did. It definitely did. Oh, this is great. So I just got I keep remember. So the loss the lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal about the book where he said it was fake. Wall Street Journal's lawyers came out today and just were they just got extra with it. They put extra on it. They said, first of all, they said there's no way they could defame him because here's the book, you know, right? So, but the second piece they brought up was they listed that they said that Donald Trump's could not be defamed because he was such a piece of shit. It was impossible to defame someone whose reputation is garbage can. So they listed as evidence like everything he said for the past like 10 years, 20 years, going back way back. They just listed all kinds of fucking horrible garbage that the man has said. So, you know, I will see.
Good.
We'll see how big a piece of TikTok Rupert Murdoch gets now to fucking settle this one and make that stop.
Yep.
Yeah. Boy, they played all their cards. That's crazy. Good for them.
Oh,
What a piece of shit Murdoch is too. Like he knows all of that, and he willingly props this shit up. So what? He doesn't have to pay taxes. Like
right.
how fucking twisted, evil old bitch that man is. Can't stand you. All right, I think that's good. Let's fucking end it.
Get out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being a part of the Derealization Nation. Like and subscribe. Check us out on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. You can help us out financially with a paid subscription on Substack or buy a t-shirt at derealizationnation.com. But all of our content is always free on all of our channels and always will be, no matter what. So we just appreciate having you here and helping us grow this thing. And again, if you haven't liked and subscribed, man, like fuck not. Just do it, man. Just do it. Fucking do it. Until next time, I'm John.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Brad.
And that's what's left.
America has lost 79,000 manufacturing jobs since the start of the year. But don't worry, because the farmers are also going bankrupt.
Soy boys.